here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. And off we go from Vegas. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Second and 11.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Throwing on second down. May. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point. And does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
A tough spot here. Third and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, New England.
A gain of 22 yards. And a Patriot first down.
Out of the gun, here's a run at the gun. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. In motion, Reed. May to throw on second down. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, New England. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 43-yard line.
there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15.
44 yards.
A big-time play for Vegas. A pickup of 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he will get into the end zone. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point is up and through. And the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. This drive will start on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They'll stick with him again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And the Patriots.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll stay on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Williams in motion. On 2nd down, It's May. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Patriots first down.
Patriots.
Out of the gun, here's May. Open man, it's Kyle Williams. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Patriot first down.
Working from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now is May. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
First down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time like talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones. And saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Working out of the gun. It's May. That's right side and brought in by Williams.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. In motion, Reed. 3rd and short. And here is May. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone, the field condenses. They started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Andres Borregales to kick off for New England.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 34-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Both open man downfield. It's Kincaid. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 35.
A big play there for the Raiders. 35 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Now, faking the give, moving to his right. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Check. Go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Second and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
That's hauled in at the 2, and he'll take it on in. Dante Thornton, touchdown Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it, and the Raiders are on top. It's 14-10.
The score, Raiders 14, Patriots 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
35-yard line.
May now on 1st and 10. Pass complete there to Harrison. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
That's good for a Patriots.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
49-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. They'll send their tight end left. Williams in motion. To throw on first down is May. And that is incomplete. Dayton Reed was the intended target. It's second down.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Williams in motion. From the gun. On 3rd down, it's May. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, New England.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Patriots. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the touchdown, Borregamas is back to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Back to the air once more on second down. That's caught. Left side by Bowles. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Vegas.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw.
The first down pass.
Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is caught. What a throw. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Raiders. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
Patriots 17.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's May. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, New England.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Raiders 21. Andres Borregales to kick off for New England.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. A return coming from the 14. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win And that's exactly what he did here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 42-yard
From the
line.
42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. Wrap up.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. Partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
3rd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Take it in at the 8. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Second and 10. Back to throw. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's third down and a few inches. Now they'll set up to throw. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Raider first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. He'll drop to throw. Pass caught right side by Thornton. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Run the draw with Genty. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will score again. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season.
The kicker on
Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Terrific rhythm on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Out of the gun, here's May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. You do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
That's taken in.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Williams in motion.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
May to throw again. Through the middle of the field. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter.
Andres Borregales to kick off for New England.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gentry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second
It's a
down.
loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And he just does take that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
12 yards to go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Vegas. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
31.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Maynard on 1st and 10. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession. And I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
On 2nd down, it's May. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
43 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well to gain a 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw on 1st down is May. He's going to look downfield once again. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are under.
Here's May again. Again, working deep downfield.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break. But he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man left side. It's caught. Past the 40. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play after being backed up. That's a pickup of 75 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
One of the biggest challenges of playing zone defense is defending a quarterback when they break contain of the pocket. All the zones have to move along with the quarterback, and it is just a lot of stress put back there, and you're able to find a soft spot, and they're able to connect.
Second down, zone read keeps it. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Raiders. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll try the right side this time, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here's a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is May. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. This one is incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Genty. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Genty. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
A gain of 2 on the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. They'll go again with Genty. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead. So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.